Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, happy Merry Christmas. We on Christmas Eve, man. Thank y'all for joining the Sports Roundtable for this another episode of our live podcast. Mark, man, what's going on, bro?
Nothing much, nothing much. A lot of sports, a lot of stuff to talk
Yeah.
about, get into. So definitely, let's dive into it. How you doing, man?
Hey, man. Hey, bro. We blessed, man. We blessed, man. We
Triple blessed.
blessed, man.
For real.
Can't complain. Can't
Really blessed.
complain, man. So, hey, it's been a little while since we've been on the podcast, but hey, thank you for all the supporters out there that's still supporting our channel. We've been putting a lot of shorts out there, but we back now.
Yeah, definitely,
But
definitely.
hey, man,
Appreciate
yeah, we back,
everybody.
bro.
We're still growing too. In the meantime, in between time. So yeah.
Yeah. But hey, man, let's get this thing off, man. Let's talk about college football.
Yeah.
Right now the first round of college football playoffs kicked off. Uh, that drew up a lot of drama, hatred towards the committee. So man, with the first round down, man, let's talk about it, man. Let's go through a couple of games, man, that people think that shouldn't have been even games, should have been other people selected. We'll talk about Penn State beating SMU. We'll talk about Ohio State beat Tennessee, Texas beating Clemson, man. So, bro, let's dive in, man. So, with the first round over with, man, what was your take on that, bro?
Yeah, it was definitely a lackluster round. I mean, it felt like the first week of college football. I mean, it was boring, to
Yeah,
say the
yeah,
least. It
yeah,
definitely, they. It seems that the committee they're going to have to get past that putting the deserving teams in over the best teams. Which
yeah.
has been a problem the last 2-3 years, I would say. Definitely last 2 years, I would say. But yeah, they definitely gonna have to get past that and come up with a more of a metric system instead of just picking off of who they think. It's definitely gonna have to be based on, like I say, strength of schedule, RPI,
Yeah,
kind of like how March basketball is, March Madness basketball. They're gonna have to put it on a metric system.
yeah,
Yeah, people like I say, people tired of seeing this already. And before the games, people were even saying nobody wants to see a TCU and a Georgia game again. So and here we have it. We had another one. Like I said, they were boring to say the least. It wasn't any action. It wasn't too much scoring going on, too much offense going on at all. I mean, teams
I
try to
think the
come
only
back.
offense was Ohio State. They can score that. They score that will.
They did basically,
And,
basically.
and Penn State. I mean, Penn State beat up on SMU.
Yeah,
But I get what you're saying. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, it wasn't a lot going on. The Ohio State and Tennessee game was just a beatdown, basically. Because Tennessee definitely earned their spot in there. They just got beat down, in the midst of playing that game. But definitely the SMU game and the
so
Indiana game, definitely.
so let me ask you this. So how can the committee fix this? First of all, I hate the committee. Regardless, but
Who doesn't?
yeah, but like, how do you fix this problem that happened in college football the first round?
Like I say,
Like,
you're gonna have to put it on the metric system at this point in time, because if that was the case, then Alabama definitely and Ole Miss probably would have got in based on strength of schedule. You know what I'm saying? They would have been closer to getting in than some of the other teams were. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, then that's just what we're gonna have to use because you can't have anybody like SMU who's played really nobody in Indiana to get in. When, when
so I
they're,
got
they're they're not going to match up and play these teams that are winning games, top 25 games, 2 and 3 top 25 games a year when you're not playing nobody at all. So I mean that's going to have to be one step. I could definitely see 3 or 4 additives added into it to help out. But it's definitely gonna have to go to more of a system like that.
so I think that still be flawed. I tell you why I think should happen. So what me and you talked about as far as college basketball right now? What we said before the season kicked, like when the season kicked off, but everybody doing these invitational tournaments or whatever. The matchups, the people that we thought should be number one ain't number one. They lost 2 or 3 games in these tournaments or whatever, based upon what they did last year, and they schedule is easy as crap. So if they didn't play in these tournaments, you'll think they're better than what they is. I think college football probably should have maybe some type of 1 or 2 game preseason.
But college is more.
It's
I mean,
hard to do that because
football
it's
is
so
it's so demanding. Football is so
yeah.
demanding. You probably wouldn't be able to do that. But I mean, it's instead of being a preseason, you just can't play no cupcake teams. You see what I'm saying? You would have to kick off. You would have to kick off against top top teams, basically. Like I said, nobody should be playing the Austin Peas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody should be playing teams like that. And definitely not if you are Ohio State or Tennessee or Alabama. You shouldn't be playing those teams because that's going to raise your strength of schedule right there.
Okay, I
So,
got you. I got you.
so,
But
so that
then also on the flip side, when those big schools play those small schools, really they're helping those small schools survive because they're getting paid to play.
yeah, I mean that's true, and I understand that. But if we're talking about fixing the issue here,
Yeah.
that's how you're going to have to fix the issue. You know what I'm saying? To get into the college playoff, to make it more of a better, to have a better resume.
Yeah.
As far as getting into the playoffs and to have your resume and your schedule to speak for itself. So it isn't a whole bunch of confusing or a conversation at the end as far as like, well, why they getting in? You know what I'm saying? They strength of schedule is low. I mean, if you switch Indiana's schedule around and they play 3 and 4 decent teams,
Yeah.
then you probably wouldn't have that same argument. Like they said, SMU they don't even think they played the top teams in the ACC. You see what I'm saying? They didn't play Miami, did it? I don't think
Nope.
they played
Nope.
Miami. You're right. So
Nope.
that's what I'm saying. They didn't even play the top teams in their own conference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's definitely one way to boost up the morale of the college playoff. I would say at this
Yeah.
time.
I got you. I mean, I don't because how do they know just because you know what I mean? And, I've been saying this for damn 20 years. I hate the preseason rankings because years and years they always used to have USC in the top 3 every year. You know what I mean? And they'll fall off, not ranked or whatever. All these other schools. So how do you know who's really strong or who's not strong? Because this transfer portal has even the playing field out for a lot of these teams.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, but preseason is gambling.
Yeah,
Preseason, rankings. That's just like gambling. You
yeah,
know,
yep,
so you can really just you don't have to even worry about it. You could throw that out the window because
yeah.
I
That's the
mean,
only way I think it can happen is you play some. You say, all right, you know what? SEC schools play a Big 12 school. You play basically 2 preseason games out of conference. You know what I mean? Your big conferences, your Big 12, Big 10s, whatever. Say Alabama play Ohio State in a preseason game. Play doggone Miami play doggone Georgia in a preseason game. That will balance out a lot of stuff.
yeah,
If
just
you
make it a
play,
regular season game though.
yeah,
You don't
yeah,
even have to do preseason. Just make it a regular season game, and like I said, that's gonna boost up your strength of schedule if they do that. Because like I said, that'll take the cupcake teams away. I mean, I know when those teams, those smaller schools play those bigger schools, it does help out their program.
yeah,
I definitely know that. But I
yeah,
mean, with the college playoff right now, and so much is focused on your strength of schedule and your schedule right now. It's inevitably it's going to happen. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? They're going to push those teams out the way to
yeah,
build their strength of schedule to make sure they get in. But they're going to have to because if not, if they don't, then it might be good for smaller schools because if they don't change the format, then a lot of teams are like they were saying, like why would I play a strong schedule then if I'm not going to be judged by it? Let me just go play. You know what I'm saying? 5 MAC conference games. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? 3 Sun Belt conference games. Let me
yeah,
go put them on my schedule then if that's what we're going to do.
yeah,
So it's going to get watered down. So they're going
yeah.
to definitely have to change it.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you. So we'll go to man. Now we're in the quarterfinals. Them games start on New Year's Eve, going into New Year's. You got Texans at Arizona. What's your prediction?
Who I think gonna win?
Yeah, Texas, Arizona. It's Arizona State.
Yeah,
Who? Texas. All
yeah,
right.
we can move on to the next question.
What about Oregon, Ohio State?
Well, and they met before. They've already played, so I think that's gonna be a good game. But I
And it's
think
hard to be spotted twice,
it
especially in
is.
college football.
It is, but I think Oregon is a complete team. So I think Oregon will pull it off.
I think Ohio State might pull off just because they got a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, they
They,
do.
you know what I mean, to get beat, to keep getting beat by Michigan, they pissed off,
Yeah, man. And I mean,
and
they.
they calling for Ryan Day job. Now, it's
Yeah,
so bad that Michigan saying, "Do we need to set up a GoFundMe so y'all don't fire Ryan Day? We want him to stay there." That's how. That's how much they want him to stay there.
yeah, because Ryan Day, he's lost to Michigan three times.
Yeah,
You can't do
yeah.
that. You
They're
can't
like,
do
yeah,
that
we
with a
want
rival.
this. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The rival is ready to put up money to ensure that y'all don't fire him.
yeah. You can't do that, man. Yeah. You can't do that at all. Dog. Yeah, we know how big the rivalries are. You have got to win that rivalry game.
And the way they beat up on Tennessee, was Tennessee fakers or was they the real deal? And Ohio State just beat down an SEC team. So they're going to do the same thing to Oregon because Oregon's one of those teams. Look at their schedule now. Now, if you want to talk,
Yeah, it they did. They beat up on Tennessee.
I mean, so that's why I got to take Ohio State because if you look at what everybody said, SEC is the strongest conference in football, and they just beat the crap out of number 19, man.
They did, and I'm not making any excuses for them. They did. They kicked their tail. They kicked their ass, man. But it was too cold for Tennessee. Even though
It get cold in Tennessee. It snows in Tennessee, bro.
it does, it's not Ohio. It's not Ohio. They ran out there with their shirts off, all that old capping they were
And
doing.
probably guarantee about 4 or 5 of them got pneumonia.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, and I say their defense, they defense didn't look good. They did horrible.
Nah, they can
Like
stop.
I
They
said,
can't stop the run in college football. Oh, that clock is about to get 8. It's a problem. If you can't stop the run, you about to get ranked. It ain't no hopes doing this game right here.
yeah, man. And I'm tell you what, the Tennessee coaching staff let them down because their offensive play calling was terrible to me. It was
Yeah,
hard.
yeah,
They didn't give the quarterback anything to work with. You know what I'm saying? They blitzing him. He had the men are running 3 routes. They're running goals and posts. You know what I'm saying? He's getting blitzed. He got 7, 8 people blitzing him at one time. He had no dunk routes.
no,
You know what I'm
he
saying?
had no hot rights coming out, no running back coming out of the
At
backfield, no
all.
crossing route. Yeah,
At
yep,
all. At all. Tennessee's defense, I think their defense coordinator let them down. Even though I like him, I think he let them down. And they were in man coverage. They got caught off guard so many times. They were running almost the same plays as far as like crossing them up and switching them, running pick routes because
yep,
they knew that he knew they were going to do that. And he came
yep.
out and he exposed them. He exposed them bad.
He had too many long developing plays, man. Like there was, you know what I mean, damn 7 step drop back passes. Like you already know those deep routes. Like you said, they should have some hot routes in there. They
Mhm.
have no hot routes.
At all. He had nobody to dump out. That's why he had to take out running so much because nobody was
Yeah,
open. Everything was covered. I mean,
yeah,
hey, it's easy to stop three men running routes. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Versus 4 or 5 running
yeah.
routes. So yeah, I think their coaching staff definitely let them down. So
Mhm.
maybe and it was too cold for the coaches. It wasn't the players, it was the coaches. They were ready to go.
Hey, and then man, Penn State or Boise State.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably be
Boise
picking
State 101. We talked about. You know what I mean? Should they really be there?
Boise State.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't. I
And letter of
mean,
the law, they number 3 in the nation.
with the what?
With the letter of the law, they number 3. They number 3 right now. You know what I mean? They number 3 in the nation.
I don't know about all that. But
I'm just, hey, I'm just saying. I'm just telling what the committee said. They
yeah,
put them number 3.
yeah, we're gonna see what we're gonna see what Gentry does against him. I think he's gonna get his. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
it's gonna
yeah,
be tough to stop him. I think
yeah,
that's definitely gonna happen. So, I mean, but hey, I know Penn State. I know I know James Franklin. He'll crowd about. You gonna make me beat you. Or you gonna have to
yeah,
beat me at the ring. You know what I'm saying? Or beat me with the throw. You know, either
yeah.
or. You know what I'm saying? Can they throw? I don't even know. Can they? You know, they run so much. So
I
we'll
hope.
see.
What I'm hoping is, I'm hoping Boise State beat Penn State, and I'm hoping Georgia beat Notre Dame, so we can go ahead and clear the air up how this running back would have did against the SEC team. But I don't know if is Georgia going to win without their starting quarterback. He out for the year. Becky.
Yeah, yeah, they'll win.
Becky.
I think Penn State will win over Boise. They'll get them. It'll be a good game. Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it'll be a good game. But Georgia definitely pull it off. Um, the quarterback,
With the
Connor,
quarterback.
yeah. He's sharp. He looks good. That quarterback looks good, man. He can run the ball. He's accurate. He has a strong arm. Yeah,
Okay.
he's the future, and I can see it in him. They had a good quarterback sitting down behind him. He could play at any college. I'll definitely say
I
power.
mean, I think he's talking about coming back anyway. But
Who?
I don't think it's going to be Georgia. But I think he got one more. If I remember correct, he got one more year eligibility between him and Ewers from Tennessee. I mean, not Tennessee, but Texas. Both of them are considered coming back for an additional year. Um, I mean,
Ewers is. I would say he was gone to the league.
nah, he gonna come back, but he gonna go somewhere else. He gonna hit the transfer portal, go somewhere else for it.
You think so?
I Yeah, oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
Guess
It's
who
been
signed?
it's been reports about him planning to enter the transfer portal after the doggone college playoff, which I don't know if it's going to hurt him because the transfer portal is open now, which everybody's complaining about in college. It was like, how you going to open up the transfer portal and the season is still going right now? So
Because
now people, you had a couple. I forgot which team it was, but you had a player. I think it was Penn State. Penn State. One of Penn State starters entered the transfer portal because he was like, I mean, we in the player, but I'm gonna lose chance of making more money in another school.
yeah, I mean the transfer portal is a hot topic, man. Like I say,
Yeah,
right now
but
it's
it's
free
still.
reign.
I mean, you still got teams playing that probably want to hit, but then by the time it get to them, like
Man,
it's gonna be in
it's
the school.
first come, first serve, man. It's
Yeah,
free agency
yeah.
right now at this point in
But
time.
but
So
so, but I say all of to say is right now it's probably beneficial for like Texas starting quarterback and Bet come back from Georgia to go either they hit the transfer portal. Bet if he come back, he'll start for Georgia. I don't think he'll hit the transfer portal. But I say this: when you look at it, they know they're not going to go first round.
Lionel, if Gunner takes Georgia to the championship and they win it, Beckett
Oh, he
got
transferring. He
yeah,
transferring.
yeah, no
Yeah,
doubt.
yeah.
No
He'll
doubt.
do that, right. If that happens, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Mhm.
But I say this: if they know they're not going to go first round, so why not come back for the next year?
Yeah, and that could be true. Definitely
Yeah,
based on
that goes
what we were just
that
talking
goes
about.
yeah, that
In
goes
NIL,
yeah.
definitely with NIL right now at this point in time. Yeah, nobody's running to the draft.
No,
Definitely right now, not as a rookie.
no. Like so if you're a quarterback, we know right now, I don't care what team it is or I don't know what the draft orders and all this it ain't even came out yet, but we already know the two quarterbacks that's going the first round is Cam Ward and Shador Sanders.
Yeah,
Everybody else, like
hands
you
down.
know what I mean? It might not I don't think Oregon's quarterback is coming out. He may or may not, but that's all. Like if you're a quarterback that's supposed to be that top person, You can't compete with those two that's going. So right now, you probably gonna fall to the second round. You're like, damn, like now I should have just stayed in college. I'm gonna make more money next year
Mm-hmm.
based
Easily.
upon the NIL going to the right location.
Easily, man. Yeah, I mean, I definitely would stay in college, but you can get your draft grade and see what's going on, see what you need to work
Oh
on.
yeah,
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 and you can go test it out if you want to and come back, or just
yeah,
see what your draft grade is, and you know what I'm saying, just hold on to it and try to get better and blossom and come back next year. So.
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
but definitely, people are swinging towards staying in college. Not, I was gonna say school, but not school, but staying in college to play.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So I mean, right now, hey, why not come back? And that goes to like I was going to talk about with the NIL. We were talking about the rise of NIL, all the things that's going on in college right now is even getting worse. I mean, not getting worse again. Guess what's the right word? More controversial against the people that's not accepting the change into college football, college
mhm.
athletics as a whole. And I'm happy it's happening, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I look at it now. One of the things that came out was the JUCO rule, and I go into I read what happened. Um, the NCAA, the NCAA Division One Board of Directors, composed of university presidents, agreed to waiver for junior college players that grants them additional years of eligibility if they are in a similar situation as Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pava. Sorry if I'm butchering a name. Pava is suing the NCAA over eligibility standards, arguing that his junior college playing season should not count as part of his fourth season NCAA eligibility. And he won that lawsuit, and that affects everybody in college sports because now if you go to JUCO for 2 years, 1 or 2 years, those years are count towards your actually 4 years of eligibility, unless you redshirt a year, but whatever that. But your 4 years of eligibility for college sports. So now that goes back to what me and you had discussion about. You know what I mean? Stuff I dealt with my son when he was doing recruitment right during the COVID years. Everybody was like confused, like how do you progress upon that? That shows you right now why a lot of these high school players are not getting any offers unless you're a 5 star, unless you're a 4 star. The days of 1 star, 2 stars, maybe 3 stars getting a bunch of D1 offers is gone.
Hmm. Yeah, that's real. I mean,
Because a lot of these big schools, these Power Five schools, they have relationships with these JUCO schools.
mm-hmm,
So they're basically, and I know this for a fact because I've seen it with my own eyes. I'm not telling what somebody told me. Somebody seen with my own eyes. I seen a player from one of the schools here where I'm located. His grade wasn't. I think his ACT wasn't right. You know what I mean? So they was like, "Hey, if you don't get it up by a certain date, what we need you to do, we got partnerships with these two JUCO schools. You need to go there for a year, and then we bring you right into a scholarship over here."
yeah, it's been happening like that for forever, for years. I
Yep.
mean,
Well,
that's true.
so
Those
now,
colleges, they have relationships with those JUCOs that they
yep,
pull from. You know what I'm
yep,
saying? So
in that
yeah,
area. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
now it's like, all right, so why you probably get recruited from a I say you probably get recruited from, let's use example, Alabama might recruit you. They recruit you, but hey, for me to want you, I need you to go to this JUCO, pick these two JUCOs, develop for a year or 2 years, and then you're gonna come right in, and then you'll be starting. And now you
Yep.
got this man for 4 years. So now you look at it, it's gonna be a slowdown go to the NFL. What you pointed out, it's gonna be a slowdown unless the money goes up in the NFL.
Yeah, how everything's gonna change. The college, the high school athletes is going to have to start going to these D2 and D3 schools. Basically, similar to Cam Ward, how Cam Ward did. If people don't know, Cam Ward went to Incarnate Ward. You probably never heard of it, or if you
Mm-hmm.
have, ain't too many people heard of it. He went there, first. Then he went to Washington State to Miami. In which he was definitely almost a Heisman winner at this point in time. But that's how you're going to have to build your resume now these days. No longer are the days where you have to stay at a institution for 4 years to try to get seen. You can move up that way, and that's the way it's going to have to be for high school athletes
Yep.
at this point in time. Yeah, and like I said,
The
people are
camp,
not.
them
They're not.
camps you go to,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
almost straight to JUCO camp.
Yep.
Go to
You might as
D3.
well.
Yep, go to JUCO camps. That's what you need to do. I don't even care. Hey, try to go to a D2 camp, D3. That's taking years for eligibility. Go to straight to JUCO. JUCO about to be flooded right now.
Yeah, JUCO and I believe, like I said, these D1, D2 schools are going to be flooded too. Like I say, the game, the FCS games that you're going to see, the bowl games, championship games, which they've been in playoff style. You're going to see a lot of more kids going that route. Going into the FCS and then coming up and stepping up to the FBS. So everything is going to be basically a feeding tube, basically. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? The portal. Yeah, like I said, kids no longer, nobody's rushing to go to the league no more because just like we seen, the quarterback for Michigan is getting $9 million for NIL
Yeah,
deal.
and he's gonna be a freshman. God, oh boy.
He's a freshman, and the running back for the Jets is getting a $4 million. So you do the numbers. So like I said, your keys are no longer are the days of running to the draft or being ready to run to the draft. They used to say all the time, why can't kids graduate their sophomore year and go to the league? Kind of like basketball and NBA, but now that's out the window. Nobody even
Yeah,
cares now at this point.
yeah. Especially NFL. NBA, that's a different salary. We'll get on the NBA later on this, this episode. But the NFL, bro, I wouldn't hop to the draft. I wouldn't
No,
hop to it. I wouldn't hop to it.
me
Because
neither.
even if you're not making $1 million on your NIL, say you making 500,000
Mhm.
and you're projected to go second round, third round, you're gonna make more money that way because you're gonna get league minimum. I think the league minimum is 3 something right now for rookies in NFL. So why even go?
Yeah, the NFL, they've always said the NFL has always been kind of underpaid
Oh yeah.
as
Oh
far as
yeah.
underpaying players, compared to definitely like the NBA
Yeah.
and MLB. Definitely with NFL being, like one of the most loved sports, or probably is the
Yeah.
most loved sport, most watched sport. Definitely at this time, 'cause NBA is definitely, they just had a graph showing their numbers declining over the years as far as like watching goes. So, but they're still getting a paycheck. So
Yeah.
the only way, like I said, in college is starting to become more of a bigger payout than NFL at this point in time. That's going to cause a major problem. That's going to cause a major problem because so many
It's
people
only
can
getting worse. It's about to get worse.
yeah, so many people can pay into a university now. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And so many billionaires and millionaires are paying into university, to get a piece of the pie, basically at this point in time. So imagine like 500 millionaires being able to pump money into one university, and compared to one NFL team that just has an owner. You know what I'm saying? At
Yeah.
that point
Yeah.
in time, so the NFL, they're going to have to raise their stakes. They're going to have to pay way more at this point in time. That's the only way it's going to work out. That's the only way I see it working out. They're going to have to pay tremendously more at this point in time to just to stay, not to stay afloat, because they're not losing anything, but you're losing traction as far as like being the
It's gonna be a
the
gap.
lead.
It's gonna be one of these years. It's
It's
going to
gonna
be
be a
a
big
gap
gap.
of talent that
Yeah,
hit
and
this.
it's happening. Like you said, it's only gonna get worse. Just like you just said, if they don't, and I'm pretty sure we know them. They're having meetings right now. The NFL, in the collective bargaining, they're having meetings right now is to try to fix it. But that's the only way. They've been greedy too long. You're gonna have to start paying these players way more. You're gonna have to double their salaries.
So think about this, Mark. What happens in professional sport, NFL, NBA, MLB? But I just focus on NFL, NBA right now. Say somebody in your position. So say you're a quarterback, I'm a quarterback. and we got similar in numbers, or I probably got better numbers than you, blah blah blah. You just get $8 million on your renegotiation a year. All right. Once you sign, what happens next?
The man who signs last in that profession, in that position, whoever signs last, waits it out. He usually gets the more money.
All right. So now you just spoke about the Michigan rookie. I mean, not rookie, but freshman quarterback. You know what I mean? He's trying to get what, $8 million, $9 million a year. One of those two,
Mm-hmm.
right
Mm-hmm.
there.
Mm-hmm.
So what you think right now about to happen next year?
No doubt about it. It's finna go up. It's 18 million for your top quarterbacks. I can
And I'm
imagine.
gonna be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you, Mark. I think the top quarterback next year is somebody in our conference that in the SEC. I'm scared of.
Who's that?
Man.
Yeah, it's either gonna be out of him, and I'm telling you, if Georgia quarterback Gunner, whatever his name is, if he goes and wins this championship or even gets close, they're gonna double his salary more than what he was making. Carson Beck was making, because they calling Carson Beck Lamborghini Beck or something like that, because he rides around in a Lamborghini. He literally rides around in a Lamborghini, but everybody's always, they downplay his play. Well, they don't like his play in Georgia. I would say that they
Yeah.
complain a lot about that. But did you see the spark that the backup quarterback caused? That
Yep.
he
Yep.
created when he went into the game. They cheered for him when he went into the game. They already knew what he was capable of.
What he was about.
They're going to
The same
double.
way. The
I'm telling
same way with Manning.
you. Yep.
They
That's
they
their
they
draft.
was like, yeah, the Texas fans, like, when they hear Brewer say he coming back and say, hey man, you need to go somewhere else. We
Mm-hmm.
are committed to Manning right now. We seen what he doing.
Yep.
And them games he got hurt, it just verified. You know what I mean? Like, you know how Facebook got the verified check on by your
Mm-hmm.
name? Oh yeah. They just put a check marks.
Yeah.
So next
I'm
year,
telling
now
you.
this dude
Them
just
two.
got a fresh $8 million deal. Oh
Them,
man, y'all gonna break the bread in Texas?
yeah.
You about to break bread for Manning.
Yeah, them two. Definitely these two, them quarterbacks, Georgia and Manning, they're definitely going to be the two to break the bank next year. No doubt
And
about
I'm
it.
gonna tell you the wide receiver about to break the bank. You know what wide receiver about to break the bank?
Yeah, the freshman in Texas who Dion just signed, who got the best
Nope.
numbers, and who got the
Nope.
best numbers. He about to break the bank, but that's
Nope.
another story.
Nah, they ain't
Yes,
gonna even
it
be
is.
him. It's somebody that's playing college right now. He go to the school that you got the hat on. Oh no,
Southern
that's the
Line.
Braves hat.
No,
Ryan Williams.
no,
Ryan Williams. Oh, that Alabama.
Braves. Hold on, let me see. So
What is?
apparently you
Oh
see
man, get out of here. But
the
hey,
super.
Ryan Williams. He just solidified. I'm 17 years old, and I'm handling everybody.
Yeah, they
They
said
they got to
he
find some way to keep him. You got
he.
to find a way to keep him.
I don't
So I
know if it was.
guarantee.
I don't know if
Huh?
it was Texas or LSU. Somebody offered him $2 million to come.
Hey, now we already know Alabama one of the poorest states, but I'm gonna tell you right now, they find money for football.
Shh. Yeah,
Me, you both know that. That's our home state. We know that. I'm gonna
yeah,
tell you right now, if you it, they gonna find money for you.
yeah. All that plantation money for the store coming up out of nowhere. All that old money. That old
Hey,
money.
and I guarantee it, boy.
That old money
Hey,
for
boy,
the store coming up.
off subject, but not on off subject. Coleman, Alabama. Somebody made a book post about Coleman, Alabama. They said Coleman, Alabama. Hey, nobody stops in Coleman if you outside a certain race. Like that place right there now, especially at nighttime. And remember, I tell you what they used to tell us at Alabama A&M. Hey, once you pass, if you don't get gas in Birmingham, you better run out of gas outside of Coleman. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? You
it,
got to make a
it,
stop. Better be in Birmingham.
it wasn't just A&M. If you of a certain color or background, there's two places start with C's that you know not to stop when you traveling up and down the interstate. It's Clanton and Coleman.
In Coleman. So I guarantee you, it'll be money coming out of Coleman for Ryan Williams to stay at the University of Alabama.
Oh yeah, hey, I'm telling you,
They'll find the money.
when it
They'll
comes to
find the
football,
money.
all that go out the window. It's crazy as it is. You know what I'm saying? They love you if you're doing good in football. But yeah,
Yeah,
you definitely gonna have to pay him, and you better pay him right now to stay.
he proved. I mean, if he wasn't on the field, the record would be a lot worse.
Yeah,
That I
yeah,
mean, that I mean, for real, like that. So I think he gonna be the top wide receiver in the nation. For they better. Hey, if I was Ryan Williams, I know you're a humble young guy. He's
he is.
still 17, so I still call him a kid. Once he's 18, I'm just calling him young man. That man's still a kid. That man supposed to be a senior in high school right now, and he just did all that over the whole nation, bro. You can't say the schedule was cupcake. We know that ain't the fact. That man, 17 years old, just went on everybody.
Yeah,
Them 5 stars that was starting before he got there ain't starting. They sit on the bench, or they the slot wide receivers. That man that took over the one position and did everything, bro. He about to get 5 million next year. I'm just going ahead and say it right now. I ain't got no insight, but that seemed reasonable.
oh yeah, it does. Yeah, maybe that's undervalued. Man, I mean, can you just imagine him with 2 years of development down the line coming off? Man,
And so it's going to keep coming up. And what we talking about is now that's going to affect the NFL. That's going to affect the NFL.
yeah, they're gonna have to raise their salary cap. Everything is gonna have to go up at this point in time.
Yeah.
Everything they're gonna have to come out of pocket. All them owners, they're gonna have a owners meeting, and they're gonna have to come out of pocket. It's
Yep.
the only way they're gonna be able to save face at
Yep.
this point in time.
Yep. Yep. So, bro, let's talk about the NFL matchups, man, for Christmas Day, bro. Um, and my team, Baltimore Ravens, playing. We got to play Houston. And then you got Kansas City and Pittsburgh. First of all, I'm happy that it's two good games because some of these games been horrible. Like last night, the viewership had to be at 1,500 people across the nation because nobody wanted to watch that. That was horrible like that was horrible.
It
Uh,
was.
so, but with the Christmas Day matchup, that's a quick turnaround because these teams just played Sunday. Now they got to play Wednesday, which you already know. You know what I mean? Especially at the NFL level. But Mark, when you was at college, man, it take about 3 days just to recover. Your body's and that was and you know what I mean. It wasn't even all the doggone therapy and stuff as it is now.
Man, I'm talking about it. Woo, 3 days at least, you know. And then the crazy thing, you be so hurt the next day, and they want you to come out there and do little stuff on the field, but your body's so sore and beat up. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's definitely a quick turnaround. Definitely for the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs have the craziest turnaround in like the
he's
last
in
3 games.
Baltimore. It's 3 games in 10 days.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Come
That's
on, bro.
crazy. Dude.
So, but it's gonna be. I mean, I'm happy for it because Christmas, once President open, you want to like what I'm doing. I don't feel like watching Christmas. That's watching sports, bro. You know what I mean? So we always had the basketball games on Christmas. Now NFL, then you know what I mean, intervene themselves into Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But the Baltimore or Houston. What's your take on that game?
That's definitely gonna be a great game. Shout out to Tank Dell too, the receiver that got hurt
Yeah,
severely for the Texans. He came out of the hospital. The crazy thing is the man held onto the ball. To have your knee, your leg, you know what I'm saying, to be knocked all out of whack, all out of place like that, and you to hold onto the ball. Man, I just thought that was tremendous for real. But I think it's gonna be a great game. No doubt about it. Two defensive
yeah,
minded teams, definitely. Um, yeah, we're just gonna see what happens. Two quarterbacks, two great quarterbacks. It's definitely gonna be a time for Lamar to shine
yeah.
against a good defense.
Y'all defense. You know what I mean? We
Hmm.
got the better end of them last year.
Yeah, in
I
the
feel
in the
like
playoff game.
Houston dealing with a lot of injuries at the wide receiver position.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, and Tank
So
Dell had just got pulled up to play.
yep, yep, and that's the problem I'm looking at, man. They got a wide receiver issue. They already got an offensive line issue because CJ Stroud been running for his life all year. Now, on top of that, you got a wide receiver problem. And Johnson, who Baltimore we signed, then he decided not to go into the game, then we let go. Now Houston had to pick him up off their injury they just had. So, but they are struggling right now at the wide receiver position.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's the advantage I think we're gonna have over the Texans is that the inability for them to run the routes that they want to run because they're gonna be around all the whole route tree with all their players because they not they true starters. They gone to the next man to the next man to the next man. Well, they out of man right now, bro.
Yeah. They really are. They really are at this point
So
in time.
that's the and on the offensive line they ain't been really good all year. And to be honest with you, for the Texans to even be right now, they 9-6. I mean, that's great because they dealing with a lot of injuries and are dealing with a lot of offensive line issue, man. So it's gonna be a good game. I know the Texans gonna show out. I don't see. I'm taking us. I'm taking us probably by 10, man, 10 or more.
By
But
10
by 10, yeah,
or
yeah.
more.
I
Ooh.
say between 10 and 14. Between
Mm.
10 and 14. You know what I mean? I think I'll get a little bit. And I'm gonna tell you, I think we're gonna score off of defense too. That's one piece. I think a quarter gonna be a miscommunication between the wide receiver and a quarterback. Somebody gonna run the wrong route. Who expect you go out, you go in. It's gonna be a pick six. I think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think y'all will pull it off in the end, unless the Texans defense score, which I think they can score
They
on
can
defense.
score. I like Texas defense because they
Yeah,
young.
yeah,
Bro, they last year they showed out. You know what I
yeah,
mean? This
yeah,
year, and D'Amico Ryan's a great defensive coordinator.
yeah,
You
no
know what I
doubt.
mean? Defensive mind coach,
Where did he,
linebacker.
where did
I
he
mean,
play? What college he went to?
man, here we go with this. Here we
Oh,
go.
I just,
He
I,
went to the University of Alabama, man. He went
I'll
to the.
just ask. I'll
I,
just ask. Yeah, man. But yeah, I think I don't know about 10 to 14. I say if y'all win, it'll be by about 6. It's gonna be a close game. I think it'll be close.
I mean, they say the same thing about Pittsburgh. We dug them a grave.
Boy, y'all, I don't even know what
Dug
happened
them a
there.
grave, boy. Hey, boy, I've been trying to reach out to my Pittsburgh Steelers fans. They not answering my calls, man.
Yeah, my dad didn't
You know
even,
what I mean?
he
Like
didn't want to
when
hear that.
we lose, I answer the phone still. You know what I mean? You know, I'm be sour, but I answer the phone. The
Hey, man,
Pittsburgh Steelers fans, they ain't answer the phone, man.
man, when you was talking that noise, my dad was like, he didn't even say no word. He was like,
Hey,
yeah.
they won't answer the phone, man.
Yeah, I
I
bet they
mean,
won't.
God, no, man. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? We won one. You won one. We won one, man.
yeah,
Come
but
on, bro.
y'all came back with a vengeance, though.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the Steelers beating the Chiefs.
Yeah, I can definitely believe that.
The
Shit.
Steelers are gonna beat the Chiefs.
I can
Um,
definitely believe that. The Chiefs
the
know that
Steelers
can happen.
has the Steelers has been losing. I think this is two straight losses, three straight losses they lost. They ain't
I'll
Tom
take
about to light things up, man. Hey, bro,
the second
I'm
one.
gonna tell you right now, they finna send some heat for Pat Mahomes.
Oh yeah, he in trouble. He ain't no sitting back there. No. If it was any game you wanted to sit at and to let your ankle heal, it would have been this one. But if you gonna play,
You decide to play in this.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
telling right now, Tomlin is pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
Tomlin
Yeah,
is pissed off. They
yeah.
hot right now. So
Yeah, we got two
I'm
caliber
calling.
games, two playoff caliber games on
It's
Christmas.
two great games.
Yeah,
Two
and
great
like
games, man.
like you
Two great
said, I'm glad we do get these games. You know, I'm glad it's not just a Chicago Bears versus the Jaguars or something. I'm glad it's a good game for real.
Yeah, yeah. So it's gonna be a good game, man. Right now, I don't know. So you got some people that's struggling right now. I ain't gonna say struggling, but you got some teams that's right now looking outside in, and I don't know who's gonna make it. Who's gonna make it? Like, so I say the AFC North, the division titles. If right now, I want for as a Raven fans, I want the Chiefs to beat the Steelers. I don't think the Steelers are gonna lose. I think they're gonna beat the Chiefs. But the AFC North is up in limbo right now because we both got the same record. We split. We 1-1 against each other for the year. So somebody got to lose.
Who is it gonna be?
It got to be the Steelers. Baltimore ain't losing no more. I'm about to bust out the Ray Lewis Super Bowl jersey soon, man. We ain't losing no more. Baltimore ain't losing no more. It's a done wrap now. Hey, we already. Everybody has threatened Tom Monken about running the fucking ball. Like I'm
He's heard it all year. He's heard it all year.
Somebody that pulled up on him. Somebody in Baltimore off the wire then pulled up on him. Say, bro, don't make me go get Omar. I'm telling you right now, run the fucking ball with King Henry.
Omar done paid him a visit.
Hey, Omar done paid him a visit. He'd say, hey, man, either drop the package or get up out of here, bro. Run the fucking ball with King Henry. I'm tired of this.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's only 2 games left, and you know they didn't bench Winston, so you know that was their only chance to win. So yeah, y'all will win that. So I mean, are you saying y'all not gonna lose no playoff games, or y'all not losing no more regular
We not
season?
losing no more.
Oh, okay.
So, all the way to the Super Bowl. We in now.
Okay. Oh, okay.
That's how I'm feeling right now. I'm saying it with my chest. I'm saying it with my chest. We in there.
I see it.
We in there now. Tom Monken got all this bullshit out of his head now. We figure out what we need to do. We knew, but he didn't know. Some games he wanted, hey man, I want Lamar to throw 40 times. Why? Man, we got somebody that a built man like the Russian dude that fought the Russian fighter. You know what I mean? That fought in God dog. What's the movie name?
Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky.
Yeah.
How they built him. Yeah, that's what we got in the backfield right now.
Hey man, look.
That's what we got in the backfield, man.
I just want you to answer the phone for me when Monken gives the ball to Derrick Henry only 10 times. I just want you to answer the phone because I know it's
you know why? I'm gonna be honest with you. You know we lost Hill in that game. He got a concussion.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he fell to the ground on his head and got a concussion. So if you notice, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's so self-explanatory. Like if Hill's in the game, we ain't running up the middle. He's either coming out the backfield or he's running something off the edge. We know that. I mean, everybody's picked up on it. That's easy. But now, when Hill got hurt, you had to run more with him. So now what you seeing? You seeing him catch? You seeing that King Henry, the doggone call the pass out of the backfield for a touchdown. He doing doggone a lot of routes. That's what we need. You need balance on that. You know what I mean? Don't just be so predictable on when Hill in the game. We know certain routes you're gonna get. With Derrick Henry, we know y'all gonna power run. We're gonna load the box up off the rip. Split that up. God, dog, it's so elementary why you can tell what's going on.
Yeah, you got to switch it up. You got
to switch it up. So he was forced to do that when Hill got hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, I definitely can see. I can see y'all winning the game. And I can definitely see y'all going to the Super Bowl, but I'm worried about y'all offensive coordinator more than anything, man. Because like I said, y'all should have been in the game last year.
I already told you what happened. The boys off the block from the wire pulled up on Tom Monken. They request a meeting and they say, hey, man, Omar coming. You're like, who coming? Omar coming. All right, now. Hey, man,
so run the ball, man. Just run the ball out.
So I had an argument with a Buffalo Bills fan. And this argument was, hey, you know who the real MVP is? That's who? Josh Allen. I said, how? He said, our record is better. But I said, whose stats is better? He said, Lamar. He said, but God, dog, man, he don't got to win 3 in a row. Like, they ain't got nothing to do with it. He ain't asking for it. He's going out there to perform.
Right,
So
right.
I thought, so I don't know what this cloud is about Josh Allen, because now they have inputted his information into be the MVP battle against the Lamar Jackson. But he just had a crappy game against a doggone 3-win team by the Patriots.
Yeah, I mean,
Drake May out of UNC, an ACC school, had a better statistical game than big old Josh Allen. That's very.
statistical.
That's what MVPs are off of, right? Stats.
Mm,
Stats. It didn't say team award. Team award is the Super Bowl, but MVP, most valuable player, without an S. It don't have an S on the player.
I mean, Josh Allen is the man, no doubt about it. I mean, true enough, his numbers wasn't that great against the Patriots. The Patriots played a good game too, defensive wise too. But
So the comparison right now, Josh Allen has 4,063 yards or total yards. Lamar Jackson 45.52. Completion rate, Josh Allen 63.8. Lamar Jackson 67.9. Total touchdown, Lamar over 40. He got 40. Josh Allen 37. Comparison right now, Josh Allen got 6 interceptions. Lamar got 4.
yeah, I mean, Josh Allen is a top quarterback, of course.
Oh, no. I ain't saying no top.
Right.
He's
So
top quarterback.
yeah,
But
that conversation is legit. I mean, that he should be up there in the ballot. I mean, I don't think he would definitely win. I don't think he'll win over Lamar, though. But yeah, he's definitely in the conversation, no doubt about it.
okay.
But a Buffalo Bills fan is gonna always go for Josh Allen.
I expect them because they go outside in 20 feet of snow with no butt naked, you know what I mean, and going into diving into tables. So I
Yeah,
know it. I know what it is.
yeah, they crazy. Yeah,
They
no
crazy.
doubt.
They crazy. They crazy.
Yeah, man.
So right now, out of the AFC, who you got coming out of the AFC?
I mean, I'm definitely gonna go with the Ravens. I mean, I really just don't see too many people beating y'all for real. I mean, as much I would love to pick the Steelers, I think the Ravens are more of a complete team.
Yeah.
Defense and offense. I would pick the Steelers, but I just don't think. I think Russell Wilson is a great quarterback, but he's no Lamar. He's no Josh Allen.
Yeah, he ain't able to move like he used to move.
Right. He can't lead.
He shouldn't need to like that. But
Right.
this game has changed. Them edge rushers they getting faster and faster each year.
Mm. Yeah. So I just don't think he'll be able to do it. I mean, he went from the NFC to the AFC. The AFC is a different monster.
Yeah.
And I think he's learned it. So
Yeah.
I definitely pick y'all, and I still like the Lions, but they so beat up too.
Or they're another team that got so many injuries. Between them and the Texans, they
Man,
probably the most injured team in the NFL, man.
I've never seen anything like the Lions, how they beat up. They literally might have 20, 25 people hurt. Like, that's
And
crazy.
I mean, how many next man's up you do? The roster's on the 53.
Yeah, I mean,
Roster,
exactly.
and most teams care about 10, maybe 12 on practice squad, and that's just a share between doggone offensive lineman, defensive lineman. You got a couple of extra DBs, but if they was that great, they wanted to be on the practice squad. They'd be on the 53-man roster.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. I don't know.
So I mean, between them, I mean the Eagles. Now you got the doggone Green Bay. They got their little practice game in last night. Now they
What?
feeling pumped up. I mean, now you got them going straight momentum. Bruh, between the NFC, man, and then you got the Washington Commanders. They finna cause hell too. I say this, man. The NFC is rough too, man. The NFC, they loaded too right now.
No
They
doubt about
loaded
it.
too.
No
They
doubt about
loaded too. Then you got Minnesota Vikings. Sam Darnold, is he really gonna come out his Superman cape and put on his real hat again? I don't know. Like is he
it.
really who he say he is, man?
But see,
I mean,
I just think he's a manager of the game. You know what I'm saying? I think
he's
he's
in the
kind of
right
like
system.
kind of like Sean Payton and your boy who y'all kicked out of Auburn. You know, I just I just think it's the same situation. That's all because he's a manager of the game. Yeah.
I mean, hold on, boy, man. You done threw a jack. Like, we had to throw him out, bro. Look how
Why?
he was performing.
Well,
Look how he
so was it him or the coach?
It was both of them, and both of them got gone. It was both of them, man.
I said they both had to go. Yeah. That man went to Oregon and blossomed, man.
Because they
Hey,
were
but
playing nobody, man.
you know what though? That's all Oregon is because he did the same to Dylan Gabriel, the quarterback now. He Heisman finalist. His man then went to 3 universities too.
Man, bro, I guess the best job to have is to be the AD at Oregon. You get
Man,
all the free Nike gear, and you schedule all them cupcake games, and then you land right in the CFP, boy.
right.
I'm telling you, boy, that gotta be the best job ever in life, bro.
Easy, easy peasy. You got no headache, no nothing.
Hey,
No
Lord, we
nothing.
come out looking fly. Hey, we
Yeah.
good, bro. We good.
We gonna play maybe one good tough game a year. Man, sprint the schedule has got to matter now. Somewhere
Yeah,
down there.
it's got to, man. But so I mean, with all those teams in the NFC, man, between the Eagles, the doggone Detroit Lions, they beat up Minnesota Vikings, Green Bay.
I just still like the Lions. I'm gonna go with the Lions, man. I know they beat up. I mean, I'm gonna go with the Lions, and if not the Lions, then I say, whoo, I say the Eagles. I don't know. I don't trust Minnesota. Maybe Green Bay would be my third pick, but they still
Especially
have
if
to
you got
show.
to go to Green Bay. If
Yeah,
you got to go to Green Bay, that's a problem.
yeah.
Or hey, if
It
you're a dome,
always has been.
yeah,
It
if you're a
always
dome,
has
you got to go to Green Bay, man. You already know by the time the playoffs start, every day it's snowing. Everything gonna be like 5 degrees or less.
been. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I picked the Lions at first, so I'm gonna stick with them.
Okay.
I picked
All
them
right.
early in the season, so I'm gonna stick with them, even though they beat up. But playoffs is in 3 weeks, so you know how many people you can get back in 3-4 weeks,
Yeah.
4 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. I got you. I got you, man. I got you.
Well, hold on. So the Minnesota just clinched it.
So in
Mhm.
NFC, uh, Detroit, Minnesota,
In
Green
Minnesota,
Bay
right?
clinched
So
last night,
right.
and then obviously the Eagles.
So who got the bye?
The Eagles. Eagle. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
No.
Oh no. It's still up to for debate right now, bro. I don't even. I don't think nobody has a buy right now. No, nobody has a buy in the
In the
NFC.
NFC.
Nope. Because look at it. You got Philadelphia. They 12-3. Detroit Lions is 13-2.
Mhm.
Minnesota Vikings is 13-2.
13. Yeah. So okay.
So everybody, I mean, it's too much. It's and
Right.
it's still, yeah, it's too. The only one that got a dedicated buy right now
It's the AFC.
is the AFC.
It was the Chiefs.
Yep,
Mhm.
it's the hold on, it's the I don't even think. Yeah. It's the Chiefs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So bro, um, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
The
I'm still
NFC,
for
the
Lions and
NFC
Chiefs.
close right
Lions
now.
and Chiefs. That's my
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
NFC too close right now. It's too close. they got everybody eliminated, right? You know what I mean? The Cowboys, they eliminated. So sorry about that, man. Put all your stuff up, man. Put all the Cowboys. Nobody trying to see all that.
No, man.
And y'all is going to re-sign McCarthy.
I'm okay with that. I'm
Y'all
okay.
is going to re-sign him.
I'm
Y'all
okay
is
with that.
going
As long as we get rid of that.
to sign him. Hey, so I'm gonna switch gear back to college, man. Um, what like so with this Bill Belichick thing, Bill Belichick becoming a UNC um, head coach. I mean, got a nice salary, 10 million a year. Um, also got his part of the contract negotiation. Got his son to be the
Defense.
next in line. You know what I mean? Pretty much for the head coach. Once Bill retire. And what's your feelings on this? Like, do you feel because I would have never thought in a million years that first of all, I ain't gonna say coach college, but coach at UNC. I never thought in a million years it'd be a UNC team because UNC really they had some good football teams, but they never been that caliber where you could just say, "Hey, boy, you got to worry about them making to the playoffs." You know what I mean, or making to the national championship. They never been that caliber of a football team. They not. They not. Their focus is basketball. Now you just put a buttload of money into football and investment into it. So what's your thing? What's your take on that, man? With Bill Belichick and being UNC?
Well, yeah, it's more of a personal decision with him. So that's what turned the game. That then turned things upside down on his head. His father used to coach there,
Yeah,
went there. So so that's why he said he called it his dream job. That's crazy. But Bill Belichick called this his dream job. He said he always wanted to coach too, in college. So he's really following his father's footsteps. I've never seen that man smile so much in my life.
I swear,
It,
it didn't seem right either. Boy,
no,
hey
it's
man, it
crazy.
didn't seem right at all. Nah,
It's crazy. But I think it's perfect though. Like right now too, and as far as it's a shift. It's a cataclysmic shift that's going on right now. Of major proportion right now at this time in college football. So, and like I said, he knows what's going on at this point in time. That's what he was saying. That's one of the things he learned. Since he's been coaching he's been straightforward coaching for so long. With this off year, he got to step back and look to see, what was going on and to learn from so many different angles. So, I mean, he's going to go into a full force at this point in time. Like I said, the game has changed so much to where now he has a general manager on his side. And he's pulling so many people who were in the NFL to come to UNC with him. So they're gonna make it, like they said, they're gonna make it a melting pot basically for the NFL as of right now. So I think a lot of more programs are going to start to change and go toward this shift as far as like you're going to need that NFL background, in your college right now to help out your program as of right now, and to say it is a melting pot for the NFL, but at the same time, with college becoming bigger than the NFL right now, you're going to have more of a business structure
Oh yeah, yeah.
in
I
place.
agree. I
Right,
agree. I
right.
agree.
So
I
you're going to need a Bill Belichick, along with a top general manager, somebody who knows how to handle the program. Because like you say, your general manager now is more important than the AD. The AD is going to get pushed a little more to the side now at this point because it's more of a business structure and a business aspect as far as it goes along. So I think it's going to be major, and
so,
I think a lot of colleges are going to copy what UNC is doing.
so how do you feel about his recruitment ability though? Like him
I mean, I
being
think it's major. It's
but
major.
yeah. You
Yeah,
think
because
he made a recruit?
yes, who because if if your
His
son,
personality wise, like I'm talking about like his personality to be able to we just know what? Now I could kind of backtrack on this.
but see your
This new JUCO thing, what he think he's gonna be leaning towards. He might not have to go so much into high school. Obviously, going to try to get them 5 stars as much as possible. But now you might not have to go into the houses like that because the JUCO rule where we got extra, you got eligibility.
So what coach has done more with less better than Bill Belichick in the league?
Oh no, you're right. Remember,
Exactly.
all the little jokes like,
Yeah.
hey, oh, he ran a 4.3. Nah, I want him. Oh, he ran a 4.9. That's who I want.
Exactly.
Yeah, that
Exactly. My point exactly. So,
But no,
so
no, I'm talking about his personality to be able to
recruit.
help
No,
recruit
right,
with this newer generation. Like
right.
our generation, it wouldn't have been like that. Hey, we don't even the mother piece we didn't even think about that because it wasn't even there. So it wasn't even this generation kind of is different. You know what I mean? Now I just wonder how he can gravitate, but then you also say people say, hey, he got a 24-year-old girlfriend, so he doing something right.
Damn, boy, a 24-year-old girl.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, no, hell, he ain't playing. He ain't playing. Hey,
Yeah,
stay
his
young.
girlfriend 24, man.
Yeah, stay young. Yeah, yeah. The young and vibrant around here. So. Hey, but see, Belichick, his name speaks more than his personality. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah,
And think about it, you got kids making like we saying all this NIL money. They're millionaires already. So you know he's going to bring them in. He's going to develop them. What like I said, his name speaks for itself already. 7 Super Bowl rings. So if Bill Belichick calls your phone to your house, it's everybody sitting around that conversation. You
okay.
know what I'm saying? Parents and the child, your athlete. So yeah, man. I mean, guess what your father's gonna say when he talked to Bill Belichick and he trying to recruit you? Oh, you going? You going to play with Bill Belichick? No doubt about it. So I think his resume speaks more so than his personality has to at this point in time. It is football. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to go in there, sucking up to nobody, kissing up to nobody. But if you want to be the best, and I'm sure that's how he gonna be recruiting. Now I'm trying to make you into the best player you can be. I mean, you gonna go in all ears.
Yeah,
I'm playing with Bill Belichick right now. Yeah, no doubt about it. Because
I
because
think the
I
big
want to
thing
I
he
want
gonna
to
have
better
to do,
myself.
the big thing he gonna have to do, which he say he's gonna do, is have make sure the kids understand. Like, if you have aspiration to go to the NFL, I'm gonna make you. I'm gonna have. I can provide that for you
Right.
because he ain't gonna have them doggone. You know what I mean? Them college plays. He's gonna have real structured plays and design. The bigger thing, your IQ gonna be a lot higher than a lot of these college players.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm. Ryan Clark said, he played for the Steelers. So
yeah,
Ryan said he was saying, he said, man, I just hated Bill Belichick. Just from
a
you
competitive
a
standpoint.
competitive standpoint, right? Yeah, not personally,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
he was saying when he got around Coach Belichick and he just went to talking about him, he said Coach made him understand so much more of the game. He's like, man, I think I know almost a lot of stuff about the game. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That you couldn't tell me, but he's like he showed him so much of the game and how to think and how to prepare for the game. So
yeah,
just think he's taking that and we talking about a rookie vet that's saying this. I mean, not a rookie vet, but a NFL vet
yeah,
that's saying this, a Super Bowl champ that's
yeah,
saying this, a retired person that's saying this. You know what I'm saying? Who
yeah.
still studies the game and is an analyst. So just to get that from Bill Belichick, just imagine what he's going to be giving to the kids. So yeah, he's gonna be building these kids up tremendously, man. And I think it's gonna be cheating at some point. I feel like it's gonna be like that. And I feel like UNC could definitely be
Oh,
in
I'm,
two
I'm gonna go through.
years. That's
I'm gonna go
cool.
through their schedule, right? I'm gonna go through their next year's schedule. But I say this: what you were talking about, Ryan Clark, because him, Chad Ochocinco, and Bill Belichick is on that inside the NFL. So
Right,
they talk a lot of X's and O's. You know what I mean? On
right.
inside
Exactly,
the NFL.
exactly. That's what he
So
learned from. Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised because Ryan Clark, his son actually plays at Notre Dame. I wouldn't be surprised if Ryan Clark's son hit the transfer portal to go to UNC.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean Notre Dame. They're in the playoffs right now, so
But
we'll see
we ain't gonna see them do it now. But you know what I mean. But I'm gonna go through the UNC schedule.
next year.
It's upcoming schedule. Yep, they got TCU the first game. They got UNC Charlotte, uh, Richmond Spider. I don't know who that. That's must be a. I don't know where that's at.
That's more of a basketball school.
Okay. They got UCF, which I don't know who the coach is now. UCF when Gus Malzahn left, he
Do
just
do do
huh?
do you just keep up with our Auburn quarterback?
What quarterback? You talking about Gus
I
Malzahn?
mean,
Or
coach.
coach?
Yeah,
Yeah. You know, they get butchered on the private Auburn group. You know what I mean? They butcher them.
yeah.
Then he got Cal. He got NC State, Clemson, Duke, Stanford, Virginia, University of Virginia, Syracuse, and then Wake Forest.
Oh wow.
Uh, Now you remember Syracuse? They started changing at the end of the year, boy.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I think Virginia too. Then he got Clemson. I see probably a good four difficult teams. It depends on what his roster look like. You know what I mean? Because they roster about to change completely. They lost a lot of seniors too. So
Mhm.
I don't know what they roster is about to look like. So it's kind of hard for me to tell right now what it's about to be. Because I think right now it's the portal dead period. So they can't pull people out of the portal right now. I think they're the dead period. So, but I see Clemson being a difficult one for them. I see Syracuse. I don't know if TCU ever going to rebound back, man.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I don't think so either. I mean, Duke. I was gonna say Duke, but Duke just lost their starting quarterback to the portal.
Yeah,
So yeah, definitely Clemson. Did
Clemson
you
and
say NC State?
they got NC State. NC
Mm,
State was not.
yeah,
Bro, I don't know what the hell's over NC State. NC State is not like they'll
yeah,
have a good decent year. Then next year they'll fall off by the next 4 years, man. I don't know what the deal is. Uh, I mean Clemson. I see Clemson for Virginia and Syracuse being the most difficult teams they got to face.
yeah. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, he can have a decent schedule next year. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, I can see him
but
winning
I
nine,
don't know
ten
how their
games.
roster gonna build out. But I'm gonna tell you right now, they're gonna be well coached. That's for sure.
Yeah, more with less. You know, like I said, he know how to do more with less.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's for sure.
he know how to put you in the right positions, and he's already a defensive minded player. So yeah, I think he can make it happen. He's recruiting heavy in Atlanta right now. I know a couple of guys he's already got out of here.
Oh, for
Um,
real?
yeah, yeah.
From
So
high school or from one of
high
the college?
school, high
From high
school.
school?
hmm
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Some big boy. So yeah, I mean, I could definitely see him doing good. I mean, I can imagine him in this. I can't wait to see his second, third year. You know what he's doing to the program, but yeah,
But then
that's a good
now,
schedule for his first year.
now is UNC gonna have to they're gonna have to strengthen their schedule because um
It's coming. Oh yeah,
yeah they're gonna have to throw somebody in there that's gonna be that wow factor for them.
yeah. But that's why I said that's a good schedule for his first year. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
by that second year, they'll be wanting to go to the playoffs and
yeah.
everything by then. So they'll strengthen their schedule up.
But I'm gonna tell you something else that's floating around in the state of North Carolina for people here that's UNC fans. They're blaming Bill Belichick for their bad basketball season because they were like, we can't beat both. They were like, that's what that shouldn't even go together, man. Talking about, hey, they say we either got to pick one.
Mhm.
I mean, right now, the SEC is dominating college basketball right now.
Yep. Yep. Change of the guard, man.
Boy, the change of the guard, boy. Hey, now, Arbor. I can't wait till we face them Alabama Roll Tide, boy.
You
Ooh,
you
we got
sure?
a fresh, huh?
With your boy hurt? You sure?
We'll be all right. You already know who my partner is. Freshman.
I'm just saying your big man hurt them.
Hey, who video I sent you? A left-handed guy
Lanier, he's
from
only
New
one man.
Jersey.
He's
From
only
New
one man.
Jersey. From New Jersey.
He's only one man.
I don't like how Bruce Pearl he'll give people bits and pieces of, but won't let him get that full work. But hey, don't worry about it. I got a Zoom call with Bruce Pearl. When we play University of Alabama, that
Yeah,
man right now need to pay. He need to
they'll
pay
sit him.
at a time.
You'll sit him down. Bruce Pearl will do the right thing. Just go and sit him. Wait till March Madness.
But
Yeah,
hey, man. But hey, bro, I love this episode, man. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. Thank you for all our new subscribers to our channel.
definitely.
For supporting us and enjoying us, giving us likes, comments, and all that type of stuff, man. Mark, man, I'm gonna let you close it out, bro.
Yeah, we sure appreciate everybody, man. Definitely for the watching of all our videos and shorts and everything that we're doing. To the new subscribers, we sure appreciate y'all. Dive into it, whatever videos you like. Comment. All of it is support. We appreciate y'all. We definitely keep hitting y'all with the sports and bringing it back to you. Weekly at any
Yeah.
point in time. So yeah, definitely check out these games, the NBA seasons that's
Mhm.
going on right now. It's definitely cranking up, I would say, as far as
But
around this time.
hey, man, before we end it, bro, I got something to say about that, man. So the NBA viewership is down
Right.
bad. It's been going down each year. It hasn't been progressing up. It's been progressing down.
Yeah, for
Now,
about 5, 6 years.
obviously, right now, this time of year is going to be down because everybody's so focused on football. You got the
Mm.
playoffs going on. You got the NFL that they can't compete with right now. So blah blah blah. But what I'm going to say about this is, what you think? I already kind of got my assumption what's causing this drawdown in viewership in the NBA. But what you think is the drawdown from that?
I mean, you the top players don't always play in in the NBA, which is one main factor, and it's a reason why they try to create the rule to where they were saying that they had to play. Um, Football is football, no doubt about it. And definitely in this country, and it's picking up. Definitely, it's becoming more of a it's becoming more of a thing to talk about because with the changes like the college sports to the playoffs, NFL is just becoming more major across the world, not even the nation now, the world. I think all that is contributing factors into it. Yeah,
Well,
I think that all plays a factor into it. But football is football, so anybody usually gonna take a back seat when football is on. So
I
yeah,
think I think the biggest issue right now, two of the biggest issues right now with the NBA and the viewership. First of all, the referees are absolutely horrible in the NBA. The calls
man,
they get too emotional when they want to call it. You can get a tech for looking at the referee too long.
did
Uh,
you see the 76ers and Spurs game?
talking about with Drummond, how they
Yeah,
ejected him for, and it was a flop from Wemba, and then they called him back. The referee should not referee another game, bro.
they
That
should.
that's Adam Silver's problem.
That
Adam
that that,
Silver, he's
that
like,
was
why
cool.
he's trying to find ways to manipulate the in season tournament because get the viewership. No, the problem is the fucking referees, bro. The referees is the problem for this. That's the
That
first
was
thing.
horrible.
And the
That was
second
horrible.
thing is, that it's too soft, man. It's
That
too
was horrible.
soft. It's too freaking soft.
It is. It is. And I
Bring
think
hand checking back.
that's the main reason I would say, like it's the guy. It's too watered out. It's too soft. You don't
Yeah,
have your, like I say, you don't have your Charles Oakley. I mean, granted, you don't have to be out there fighting,
yeah,
throwing the fist fights every game like the Pistons of the old days, but it's just too soft. Like I say, Wimbiana flopped 3 times, and they called ticks and fouls and flagrants on it every time. It's like, what are y'all not watching the game? How you know? How you don't see a man that's 17 and flop?
yeah. I mean, bro, it's horrible, man.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah. That was pretty terrible. That was pretty
it's
terrible.
horrible, man. It's
And then Embiid did get mad. I mean, but they called a check on him. I don't think that was warranted for
man,
real. I
bro.
mean, I know he got thrown out when he started snapping, but he got to that point for a reason. It's like that was a terrible game,
Man,
referee wise. That was a terrible game.
that's the problem. That's the freaking problem.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that
it is, and it's created a nature in the game and around the game that nobody wants to see. I mean, just like when Luka Doncic last year, when he was doing all the complaining in like you deep in the playoffs, and you sit here complaining with the refs when your team is back playing 4-on-5 because you down there complaining.
yep,
So it's like that's the nature of the game now,
yep,
it made it horrible
yep.
for real, and
It's too soft, man.
nobody wants to watch that. Right. No.
Exactly. That's why the viewership down. I don't feel
Mhm.
like watching this bull crap, man.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really don't. Like it's horrible. It is absolutely horrible. So all the things that they trying to figure out. That's the reason they put the in season tournament championship game in there. They try to boost the viewership. No, the root problem is these freaking horrible calls. These referees, the game too soft. And
Mm-hmm.
then you trying to change up the All Star format to make it more attractive. No, they ain't gonna play 100%.
Right. Right.
They ain't built like that no more.
That's why Kevin Durant said he hated that new format. That's
It,
exactly why
man,
he hated it.
it's horrible, bro. It's
Yeah,
horrible.
it is, man, and I think that's why people, unfortunately, that's why people like Draymond and Green get a bad rep because he's kind of like the last of the last of an old school type
Yeah,
player. He just so passionate. Now he does go a little out the way, but
yeah, yeah.
but but at the same time, at one point in time, that was kind of how you played the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying stepping on nobody's chest or nothing like that,
Yeah,
but as far as like wrapping up with players and you going hard for the ball, you know what I'm saying? Draymond ain't doing no flopping. I can tell you that. So yeah, they know to do that against him. But like I say, I just think the nature of the game has changed and nobody wants to watch all that flopping and prima donna stuff
yeah,
in a sport that's supposed to be a man sport. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I think all that contributes to it, no doubt
Man,
about it.
I mean, and that's why when those comments and there was a topic of discussion for a while some months ago, like what NBA players can play in the NFL. It may be one or two. That's about it. And because why, Mark? This right here, this is a foul. Shit, you wish you got touched like that on the football field. Now
Man.
somebody finna run through you like a Mack truck. That's what you about to get on the football field, and you got to get back up. You got 35 seconds to get ready for the next play.
Yeah, and you can't because you dizzy. Yeah.
Hey man, this is a foul right here, bro. Foul. What? Yeah. And you talking about taking down the football field? Man, you lucky. Man, you lucky, bro. So that's the reason why, man.
No,
It's
I definitely agree. I definitely agree that caused a lot because I know me and you had these conversations, and me and a million other people too. As
yeah,
far as like, man, I'm not watching all that flop. I mean, even women. I've talked to women. You know, what I mean? All they do is flop. I don't want to see that. You know, so it's true. I mean, and that's viewership is man, woman, and child. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, so
And
it's
depend
come
on
down.
and what's crazy, another thing is depend on how big or small you is, depending on what type of files you get.
Right, exactly.
Now that's another crazy one.
Yeah, yeah. It's nothing. It's nothing straight across the board. Yeah.
So, but hey, folks, I just had to vent real quick, man. But Mark, bro, I'm gonna let you close it out, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, watch the NBA games, man, if you want to.
Viewer
Yeah.
be advised. You know what I mean? Like, hey,
Yeah. Viewers should be
you gonna get
alive.
some horrible calls from the ref. Hey, they're gonna get very emotional and call the tech for no reason. That's what you get in the NBA.
Yeah, that's probably why the game is 144 to 120 now because they just shooting the ball. No more driving to the
Yeah.
whole part.
Oh, that's another.
No,
You know, well, hey, I know how to end this about 5 times, bro. Bro, you know the NBA right now is investigating. I don't know why. I don't even know what the investigation supposed to entail, but they're investigating why it's so many 3-point shots this year. Like, what you're specking out this investigation? A murder case? Like, what the hell, man? Like, you're investigating why they're shooting more. Nobody's pulling up mid range no more.
nobody wants to
If
drive.
you drive, hell, you might get a tech for driving.
Yeah, exactly. Or flagrant or a ticket tech
Yeah.
foul. You know, yeah. That's exactly why they.
So
You know, it's cause and effect.
we gonna take the secret from Steph Curry and learn how to shoot the 3-point shot. That's what we about to do. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So we ain't got to deal with you refs. That's what the problem is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I'm like you. I'm on. What are they investigating though? What you trying to figure out?
What's the investigation? What information you expect to get from that? Oh, we're gonna get into the minds of the player to figure out why they shooting. I'm gonna shoot. Especially if you, I mean, now if you got 2 or 3, 4, or 5 teams that's shooting a lot of threes, like your Dame Litters, your Steph Currys, the doggone Klay Thompson, like you got shooters like that you got to play against. Yeah, your 2-point shot ain't gonna catch up to their 3-point shot.
No, it's sure. It
So
never
now
did.
it's a reaction to a counter reaction. If you shoot a 3-point shot, if you shoot 5 threes and I shoot 5 twos, what you up by?
Right.
So what this investigation is?
Yeah. I don't know what they trying to figure out. They trying to do too much. But see, sometimes they go trying to do too much and mess the game up even more.
Yeah.
You know, so just leave it alone, man. At this point in time, people are shooting threes. Nobody's trying to drive to the hole.
They gonna find a team for not running plays for mid-range shots. Come on, bro. This and I'm talking about the 3-point shot is horrible too. Like it's, I mean, yeah, they're
Mhm.
investigating that, man. But we'll talk about that on the next episode.
Yeah.
I,
As you can see.
I want to see the papers. I want to see the report. Like
Oh
what?
yeah. You know how we are. We always want to see the
I want to
final.
see the report.
We
Like,
want
you
to see
know
the
what I mean?
final behind it. Yeah, I want to read this paperwork. I want to see what happened. What was the outcome of it all? You know, we love to break down whatever the outcome was and
Yeah,
destroy
man.
it.
What they investigating, man? But
Yeah.
Mark, man, close it out, bro, man.
Once again, watch it if you want to. You know, at this point in time, shout out to Caitlin Clark, got female player of the year.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah. So man, yeah, it's a lot going on in sports, man. But we'll definitely, like I said, continue to bring y'all the news any point in time every week.
Yeah.
Y'all keep coming back and joining us. We sure appreciate everybody, man.
Hey man, thank y'all for tuning in, and we out of here.